This next piece we will be singing is about Harriet Tubman, a courageous American abolitionist and political activist. She was born in 1822 into slavery. Tubman escaped and completed 13 missions to rescue approximately 300 enslaved, including family and friends, using the network of anti-slavery activists and safe houses known as the Underground Railroad.
During the American Civil War, she served as an armed scout and spy for the Union Army. In her later years, Tubman was an activist in the movement for women's suffrage, and her legacy lives on in all people by her courageous acts and fight for freedom.
Thank you. That was a song that we actually took to Boston and sang at our during our Boston trip at Mechanics Hall, and we also sang that in the old Sturbridge Village Meeting House, which is the oldest meeting house, or like one of the oldest buildings in the nation that they actually moved. What was it, 1947? That they, and it was actually. 1800s meeting house, but they kept it, preserved it, and then moved it. So we got to sing in that place, which was really cool. Anyway, so I'm about to welcome to the stage, and I don't want to steal too much of what he wanted to share with you, but we have some students tonight that we're also going to feature in addition to our student teacher. We have students that are working towards the academic seal of academic excellence in the fine arts. And so I'm going to welcome to the stage right now Sam Van Nuys, who's going to tell you a little bit more about that. And then also he's going to tell you about his project. So please welcome Mr. Samuel Van Nuys.
I feel like I've already been on stage. So Mr. Douglas explained it pretty well. What I've been doing is I've been working toward getting the seal of the fine arts on my diploma when I graduate. And one of the requirements for that, or a pathway that you can take, is instructing and directing a choir in a song at a concert. The instructing is done, this is the directing, and this is the last time I get to do it, and I'm kind of sad about it. But it was such a cool experience, and to say thank you to a couple people really quickly before we get started, I would like to thank our student teacher, Mrs. Bentz, for playing the piano, because I can't do that myself. And also Mr. Douglas himself for providing me this opportunity and giving me a lot of ways that I can grow as a director and as a leader. And also to this choir that you just saw. And I didn't say this yesterday because it wasn't the last time, but since this is, thank you for providing the coolest thing that I've ever been able to do in choir. So without further ado, I present Nuit d'Etoile.
Lord.